I'm Andrew Marriott with Galata Yacht Sales, and we're in Mexico on board the 78-foot power catamaran, Yacht. This is a very unique boat. Having a broad basic knowledge of boats, it's exciting to see something different and see something new. So that's probably the most exciting part about listing the boat, is that it is different than anything else that's out there.
Hi, I'm Sharon, and I'm the captain and owner of Yacht, a 78-foot TransOcean power catamaran, currently at anchor in Mexico and hopefully not for long, soon to be on the big open sea again. So Yacht is a unique, one-off, custom-designed 78-foot TransOcean power catamaran. She was built in New Caledonia, designed by Mark de Board, who is a genius architect with an eye on sustainability and eco-friendly constructions, whether it's on land or on the water. Me and my partner Peter, who at the time was 82, we looked at this boat primarily because we had been monohull sailors before and had done, between us, I'd done a circumnavigation and a half, he'd done two circumnavigations, so we've done a lot of mileage, mostly in monohulls and under sail. We were not looking for a power catamaran, power boat, or even a catamaran. But having found this boat, we realized that as we were getting older, it was less work for us, given that even though she's so big, she's much easier to deal with. The two of us, we have ease of accessibility with the dinghy that can be lifted right onto the boat itself. So, you know, if you're a little bit older, it's easier to deal with that. And of course, the stability of the boat, the comfort of the ride, the luxuriousness of the trip. You are sailing the world as close to the water as you can get, with anything that you want at your fingertips in the most natural way you can do it.
So I had an expectation of what the boat was going to look like and what the boat was going to feel like, and candidly, I was wrong. The boat has a lot more detail and a lot higher finish level than was portrayed in the photos that I had seen initially. I was incredibly surprised to see the level of detail in the salon, the dining areas, and the staterooms that were far superior to what I was expecting showing up. The thing that stands out the most to me is the organization throughout the boat. Being somebody that likes to operate boats and do a lot of the trips that I've done, knowing where things are, having an organizational system, having things in their place is so refreshing compared to a lot of the boats that we see.
I've sailed many, many miles, and I've been in big sea, and I've been in situations where when you need that torch to flash up the mainsail because you're in a big sea and you've got a Taiwanese trawler down your back and he can't see you, you need to know where that torch is. And I know that organization is part of sail preparation, and that's part of safety. So having said that, the designer of this boat was extremely fastidious about the record keeping, and we have on this boat a maintenance schedule of every single item, every system on this boat. I can tell you exactly what's happened with full transparency to each of those systems over the years that we've owned her. And I love the fact that if you're asking me for something from a screw to an extra toothbrush, I know exactly where they stowed.
I think this boat could appeal to a number of different demographics. I think the boat could appeal to a young family with children that want to go snorkel and spearfish and dive in remote locations and be able to come back and then answer work emails after coming in the boat after diving. I think the boat could work for another couple that wants to be close by the beach and be able to tender in for dinner and go through the different islands of the Caribbean and not be worried about fuel or where they're stopping for water, as they go down to the BVIs or the Turks and Caicos. I think the boat has the ability to go to remote locations and do a lot of different things, basically any water activity, and then also has the ability to be sustainable to where you're not limited to a marina, to a dock, to making a port, which allows the boat a lot more flexibility with today's navigation and telecommunications, and all the other things that you can do on the boat.
Well, this boat has, for starters, sufficient solar energy to provide us, who are privileged enough to be on her, with 4 kilowatts of power every day. And so every single item that I use on this boat, be it lighting, microwave, freezers, navigational equipment, even the cameras that are shooting this shot, are powered by the electricity from the sun. It's cost us nothing, and we've not harmed this planet. The other thing we have on the boat are very smart ECU engines, which means, as you probably know, that they are electronically controlled units, and within 4 hours, particularly on passage making, they will adjust their performance in the burning of fossil fuel to the sea conditions, the revs per minute that you require, the speed you want to go. It's not unusual to see your fossil burn falling the further along you travel. We also like the idea that we can sail her or drive her with 2 engines or with single engines. And so for long passage making, that's vital performance, because although we can carry officially 5,000 litres of fuel, but you can actually squeeze 7,000 in here if you want to, you actually don't need to burn that. We burnt half our fuel capacity sailing a 3,700 nautical mile trip from French Polynesia across to the mainland Mexico, less than a litre per nautical mile. And that's how we go about saving this planet. We have to look at reducing emission and taking what we can from the sun. I could not choose a particular most beautiful bay or most beautiful country, because we've sailed so many of them. But the most beautiful thing are the people you meet alongside marine life you're seeing. So we're quite well known for having chick flick nights on this boat. We are a little bit the party boat. We're big, we've got enough space, and you know, the cruisers like to spend time socializing with us, and we have lots of cruiser friends throughout the Pacific, in the Mediterranean, Caribbean, and now in Mexico, who know not only this boat but our previous boats. And so that makes those memories special. The people you've shared those sunsets with and shared the whale watching with, and the whale sharks who've come to the boat, that makes it memorable.
Our mentality is that we consistently exceed customer expectations. This customer is going to be different. It's not going to be your standard boat. It's not the run-of-the-mill boat. It's going to be somebody that is truly invested in the boat and the lifestyle that you can have on this boat.